another knucklehead CYA tale, and I'm finna tell it all. This little story is about what went down.
Knock, who's there at the door? One more knock, who's there at the door? Who is it? It's Marco, with the real homie Harvey Cole. We got a plan, man, so follow and let's go. We on a mission like three amigos. And the first thing tonight is when the...
I appreciate everybody for watching my content. I'm just going back in time. You know, this is Knucklehead Stories. So do me a favor before we continue, like everybody else says. Please like and subscribe. Another Knucklehead story. You feel me? We're going to get right into it. So this episode is about breakdowns. I'm going to explain basically what C14 mean, what B13 mean, you know what I'm saying, what the Y number mean, what the M number mean. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to say, if I disrespected anybody in the last episode, the last video, I apologize. I don't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? We was young knuckleheads. So don't take it the wrong way. I'm just expressing myself and letting y'all know how it went down when I was in CYA, the California Youth Authority, Y number 70239. You feel me? So I mess with the essays, I mess with the Crips, I mess with the Bloods, I mess with everybody. Basically, we was young knuckleheads and being followers. You feel me? We was being followers at that age. I was in YA from 16 to 25. My YA number was 70239. So when you first get the YA, if you get tried as a juvenile, you know what I'm saying, they give you a YA number. Throughout histories, everybody got a YA number. Starting with number 1, all the way up. And I don't know how they created them, but if you got tried as an adult, you get an M number. You know what I'm saying? And any false move, you going to prison off your M number, because you can't commit nothing. You can't have no fights. You can't get into it with the staff or nothing if you an M number, real spit. But yeah, if you was tried as a juvenile, you get a Y number. You was tried as an adult, you get an M number. You know what I'm saying? So when you first get the YA, you know, everything is everything, but I'm going to explain Crips 14. You know what I'm saying? C14. Let me explain what this is. This means Crips and Norteños. Crips wear blue rags, Norteños wear red rags. You know what I'm saying? Bay is the Bay Area, 415 and all that stuff, and 510 and the rest of the Bay. And the Sureños wear blue. So the Crips, they hook up with the Norteños and they call themselves C14, man. This was deep. This was real deep, man. Started in like 94, 95. You know what I'm saying? The Crips was hooking up with the Norteños. The Bay and the Bloods was hooking up with the Sureños. You feel me? So a lot of people was taking it serious too, man. They was taking it serious, like the Crips and the Norteños, you know what I'm saying? They was getting it tatted on them, you feel me? So when you up north, when you in the northern institutions, let me see, like all the northern institutions is like Chad. You know what I'm saying? You got to be 18 to 25 to go there. Then you got Preston. You know what I'm saying? You could be like 15. You know, if you're doing good, you can stay there till you like 21. You know what I'm saying? Then you got DeWitt. You know, that's for the wimps. You know what I'm saying? You got to be programming real good, but you got to be 18 to go to DeWitt. Then Carl Houghton, you know what I'm saying? You got to be like doing the drug program or something like that. And then you got OH closed. That's for the little cats. You know what I'm saying? You 13. If you're doing good, you can stay there till you're about 20. But most of the time when you turn 19, you know, 18, 19, they're going to ship you out to another institution like Paso, you know what I'm saying, or Chad or something like that. Now, those are the institutions up north. Now, the institution in Central California is like Paso by itself. Paso in the world of its own, because it's by itself in the middle of California. You know what I'm saying? Up north, northern institutions, it ain't that many Crips. It's a few Crips and it's a few Sureños. You know what I'm saying? But it's a gang of Norteños and Bulldogs and stuff like that. But then when you start going down south, you know, California is split up in 3 different sections. Los Angeles, that's down south. Los Angeles, San Diego, down south. Then you got the central part, which is Bakersfield. Then you got the up north part, which is Fresno, Stockton, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then you got the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying, which is Oakland, Richmond, Frisco, Pittsburgh, Vallejo, stuff like that. So up north is Norteños and Sureños. But when you get to Paso, it's only Sureños. It ain't no Norteños. Once in Bakersfield, ain't no Norteños. The Norteños is up north. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to like Nellis is down south. You know what I'm saying? Francie Nellis is a down south institution for the young dudes. You know what I'm saying? 14 all the way up to, 21, 20. Then you got TS. You 18 to 25 up in there. You know, that's down south. And then you got Ventura. You know what I'm saying? That's for the squares. You know what I'm saying? That's like a co-ed unit. You go to, it's a co-ed place where you be in there with the women, the girls that go to YA. If you're doing good, you can go there. You feel me? So, that's how that goes. I'm going to give you an example. Like my crime partner, he turned 18 in juvenile hall. So they tried him as an adult. You feel me? They tried him as an adult. So basically, he was an M number. They tried him as an adult. He was an M number. In 1996, one of the inmates, they killed the staff. So all the M numbers throughout all the YAs in California, they came to Paso. And about a week later, they sent them all to prison. So all them dudes that got tried as an adult, they went to prison at a young age, man, and they have to finish out their time in prison. You know, which was messed up, because prison, it ain't nothing like YA. You feel me? It's a whole different ball game. But yeah. So back to YA numbers and stuff like that. Every year, a different YA number come out. Like 1994, 7 O's. At the end of 94, 7 1s. Then you got the 7 2s. It's hard to explain, guys and girls. It's hard to explain. But yeah, that's really that was part of the lifestyle up in YA, man. The C14s and the B13s, the Bay Bloods against the C14s. You feel me? All the institutions up north, like DeWitt, OH closed, all those are open dorms. You know what I'm saying? Open dorms. Most of the Ys are open dorms. The only Y that's not open dorm is Chad and YTS. You feel me? All the rest of them, they open dorms. Except in Paso. Now when you go to Paso, Pismo, where I was at, that's rooms. The rest of the institutions is open dorms. Like you got bunks. You know what I'm saying? It's an open dorm. I was in Pismo where it was closed circuit, you up in there, man. You in your room. You know what I'm saying? I hated it. It drove us crazy on Pismo, man. It drove us crazy. But I want to say something, you know what I'm saying? Like most of the institutions up north, it wasn't no drugs in the institutions, man. It wasn't no drugs, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really that much contraband. In Paso, it wasn't no contraband. You couldn't find a cigarette. You ain't never smoking no joint up in Paso. Then when you got the TS, you know what I'm saying? TS had hella drugs. A lot of drugs, weed. We smoke weed all the time, cigarettes all the time. But let me say this. Nellis, those little niggas, Nellis, they was right there in like, what city? Like Whittier or something like that? They was next to houses. So Nellis is the young dudes. Like when you go to Nellis, I haven't been to Nellis, but I heard about Nellis. You gotta know how to fight, because they up there fighting. And up in Nellis, there's only a few Norteños. Like up north, there's only a few Norteños, but a lot of Sureños. So when you go to Nellis and you from up north, you gotta be hard, bro, or you gonna get ran through. When you in Nellis, you have to know how to fight, because it's so many one-on-one fights or two-on-twos, it's a shame. And then the Norteños and the Sureños, they be fighting all the time. And then up there, niggas be rushing their enemies up in Nellis all the time too. So you gotta know how to really, really fight up in Nellis, man. But Nellis, bro, they had all the dope. They was young too. They had all the drugs in that whole place, man. Nellis was so corrupted. Remember, Nellis was the first CYA to ever be built. Nellis was first. I don't know who was second and all that. I ain't going back into history like that. But yeah, Nellis was first. You know what I'm saying? Nellis was basically first, man. And yeah, Nellis was first, man. That's how it was. You know, I know a lot of people got stories from YA and stuff like that. You know, I'm gonna explain to you what Gym TD is. I'm gonna explain. Like, if a riot happened, and Gym TD is only in Paso. It's only in Paso de Robles. So, if a riot happened, you know what I'm saying? They take you to the gym. They take you to the gym. You got handcuffs behind you, right? You got your handcuffs behind you. You're on your knees. Let's say you on your knees, man. You're on your knees, handcuffed behind you, on your knees with your legs crossed, going through torture and pain. They got a black guy right here, a Mexican guy right here, and that's how it is. And then they lay you on your face. It's different. It's different positions that they put you in. They put you on your knees. They lay you on your stomach with your hands cuffed and your legs crossed. No matter which one it is, man, all of them is torture. It was just like the freaking neo-Nazi days. Torture. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't killing us. For real, it was bad. It was very horrible, man. You know, in Paso, it ain't no norteños. Ain't no norteños in Paso. Ain't no norteños in YTS. And there's a few norteños in Nellis. Probably like 3 or 4 to every unit. You know what I'm saying? Norteños is all up northern institutions. But the Sureños is all of them. All of them. That's why Paso was in a world of its own, because they was young. And it was black against Sureños. You feel me? So that's why Paso was all twisted, because they was young and they was doing riots, stuff like YTS was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like in Chad, it would be riots against Norteños and Sureños all the time. They'll kill each other. You know what I'm saying? And Paso is riots against blacks and Sureños all the time. In Preston's, it was the same thing. It was riots against Norteños and Sureños. You know what I'm saying? And it was Crips against the Bay. I don't know why. Don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? I was against anybody that was against me. So I wasn't with all that. I was a rider of my own. You disrespect me, I'm not going to disrespect your whole car like Sureños, Crips, Bloods. Nah, I'm going to beat you up. I ain't got no problem with your whole hood and your whole gang. I got a problem with you. So I'm going to take you out. You feel me? Yeah. So, if you got any questions, man, you're more than welcome to ask me anything you would like to. You know, don't hold back, man. Ask me anything. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that was up in YA. I want to give them shout outs, but my brain won't let me. You know what I'm saying? I forgot a whole bunch of names when I got out because I've been going through other stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to ask me anything that got anything to do, that got anything to do with YA from 1994 to 2003, I'm down to ask you any questions. You feel me? A lot of people, you know, a lot of wards, because we wasn't inmates, we was wards. We was committed to the youth authority, not convicted to prison. So we got tried as a juvenile, so we got a second chance at life. You know what I'm saying? My second chance at life is to give you young cats some advice of how not to go to, you know, places like that. Because remember, I went to YA for a very serious crime. Now, if you go to YA for something that I did back in 94, right now, you're going to prison for 40, 50 years. So committing crime, it don't pay. You know what I'm saying? Stay out the way, man. It's better for you to go to school, get an education, listen to your parents. It's better. I mean, it only lasts until you're 18. So you just gotta hold it down till you're 18. The toughest years is from 13 to 17. 4 years. You got 4 years of torture with your parents, that you might call it torture. I just call it, they giving you advice. They try to let you know what not to do. And you know, we stubborn as teenagers, especially boys. I don't know who worse, boys or girls. We all are stubborn as teenagers.
Who's there at the door? Who's there? One more knock. Who's there at the door?
We all
It's Marco,
so,
the little homie Harvey Cole.
You know,
we gotta.
All the YAs are closed now. They closed. You're not going to YA. If you're 15 and you kill somebody, or you attempt to rob a bank, you're going to prison, man. So you might as well go get you a job, finish school, listen to your parents, do something positive with your life. Negativity ain't cool. Because then, after 10, 15 years, most of those cats that be up in there, they be, I didn't do it. I'm sorry, I'm a changed man. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Christian. Nah, man, you still the same gangster that you was when you went. So, take some advice from me. And don't do all the crazy stuff, man. Because when you get to prison, no matter what state you in, especially in California, if you would go to prison in California, you got to pick a side. You got to be paisa. You got to be with the MA. You got to be with the Bay. You got to be with the Bloods. You got to be with BGF. You got to be with the Crips. You got to pick a side, man, or it's all bad for you. So don't go there and make your life worse than what it is, man. You go there, end up with no teeth. You go there, end up with no booty hole. Serious, man. It's bad. So don't do it, man. Just stay positive, do good things, man. For real, take care of your family. Because you don't want to go robbing. And in places like that, you're forced to be something that you was not built to be. Like me, I wasn't built to be gangster. But I had to turn my mind into a gangster immediately. Or they was going to eat me alive. You feel me? They was going to eat me alive. So I had no choice to be hardcore, man. Hardcore to the bone. For real. And I don't advise that for none of my youngsters, man. So stay out the way. Or you're going to be eating out of a tray. You're going to be eating out of a tray. In TS, in YTS, it wasn't no going to the chow hall to eat. We ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our room. They gave us a tray in our room, bruh. Literally, in our room. You know that? You know me tell you why? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because TS was so bad with the Sureños and the blacks. Every single time they went to chow, somebody got their head bashed in. So in 1996, after Miss Baker got killed, you got to eat in your room, bruh. In your room. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In your room. They bring a tray and they slide it through the slot. That's how you eat. You don't go to the chow hall. The chow halls is empty up there. Empty. Ain't no chow hall. Ain't no chow hall. Your room is the chow hall. And you don't want that, man. You don't want that. You do not want that. See, in TS, you have black roommates. You gotta have a black roommate. You ain't finna have no other race roommate in TS. Cause TS is where the big dogs at. You'll get killed. You know what I'm saying? TS, you'll get killed. They're not playing up there. It's no joke. All right. So, quit committing crimes. Do something positive, man, and don't be like I was, a victim to the system. For real. Why number 70239? It's your boy Duke Nukem. OH Close, Paso de Robles, YTS. I was in that joint. Nevertheless, peace.